Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel to Zonal Marking, and finally UEFA Champions League is back. So we would like to talk about these games that were played last week. So Man City played at home against Real Madrid and they came on top with a 2-1 win.
Yeah, the score was kind of predictable. A lot of people thought that, Man City will end up winning, and that's exactly what happened. And it's all thanks to the attacking football that they showed. They had over 600 successful passes. They took 20 shots, so it was just great to watch.
Yeah, Manchester City played very well. Raheem Sterling opened the scoreline in the 9th minute, and then Real Madrid equalized in the 28th minute. Rodrigo made a very beautiful move and then crossed the ball to Karim Benzema, and then he scored a header. And then in the 68th minute, Varane made a horrible mistake, which led to Gabriel Jesus scoring the second goal, and Real Madrid just lost all their hopes to advance to the next round.
Yeah, to go into further detail, Man City, I really liked what they were doing in that game because, they had really good passes. Kevin De Bruyne, he showed his playmaking ability really well in that game, and even they used Sterling's speed very successfully, but it was sad to see Varane make those mistakes. He's a really good defender, but in this game it just didn't work out for him. And I can't say the same thing about Real Madrid when it comes to the attacking side, because Eden Hazard just disappeared in this game. We didn't see him make a big impact or even an impact at all. That was kind of bad to see, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when we watched this game, I saw like 15 minutes when Real Madrid played very good, and that was, I think, after they scored their goal,
Yeah.
Real Madrid looked better than Man City only at that moment of the match. But other than that, Manchester City were very aggressive, they were pressing very high, they were very intensive, they wanted the ball very bad, and their attacking moves were looking very confident, and their build-ups were amazing as well. But yeah, I mean, City won. They had a huge advantage even before the match. Real Madrid, they did what they could. They scored the goal. They didn't look too bad. Still, they played okay. They also had some chances. Yeah, Zidane made 3 substitutions in the end of the match, but that didn't work. Yeah, but I want to come back to the mistakes that Varane made. I mean, when the first mistake happened, when he passed the ball, did he pass the ball to Courtois or Courtois passed it to him?
I think he passed the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he was under pressure. I think he should have just kicked the ball, clear it from the defensive line, but he decided to make that move, and that cost Real Madrid very badly. And then the second mistake, when he just headed the ball,
he tried
to, but that was very unsuccessful, and then Jesus caught him, and then he scored the goal. I mean, Courtois, he wouldn't stop that ball. It was no chance for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think Courtois had a really good match. It's just that these mistakes is just not acceptable. And when a player of such class as Sterling and Gabriel Jesus get a chance like that, there's no way they're not going to score something like that. I think Courtois just had no chance.
Yeah, so I mean, as a result, Manchester City advanced to the next round. They won 4-2 on aggregate, and yeah, congrats to Manchester City. So the other match that happened on that day, it was Juventus played at home against Olympique Lyonnais. It was a good match, I think. So Juventus won 2-1. Cristiano Ronaldo scored 2 goals. Memphis Depay scored from the penalty, which was the only goal for Lyon. But Olympique Lyon, they made we can say it's an upset. They advanced to the next round on away goals. So the score on aggregate is 2-2. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, this was definitely interesting game, but 2 penalties in this match, and both of the penalties were taken greatly. So nothing to be surprised about either, because we're talking about Ronaldo and Depay here. Both of them are really good penalty takers. So, but yeah, it was sad to see Ronaldo leave the competition so early, because he did score 2 goals and he tried. But a lot of people said that, Dybala wasn't playing from the start. That could have had a big part in it. And I agree, because once he came in, he tried to make an impact.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Dybala was injured. That's why he didn't play.
Yeah.
But then he came in, and then he couldn't continue the match. Then he got subbed off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Juventus also I think Juventus looked better in this game. They tried to win. They did everything that they could. Ronaldo had a dangerous free kick. Anthony Lopez made a beautiful save, and then Bernardeschi made a beautiful solo run, which almost
Yeah.
converted into a goal. In the last second, defender blocked that shot. I think it was on the line. So yeah, Juventus had chances. I mean, Lyon were just very patient. They stick to their plan. They earned the penalty. They scored the goal, well deserved for Olympique Lyon, and they advanced to the next round. And they will play Manchester City.
Yeah, but what I want to say about their upcoming game is that, to be honest, I think Man City will definitely go through this because their spirits are really high at the moment. They went through Real Madrid, but then you could say the same about Lyon going through against Juventus. But I think Man City and Pep Guardiola are definitely not going to let Lyon, with all due respect, stop them in the round of in the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
Yeah, I mean, Lyon has nothing to lose against Manchester City because everything is going to be decided in one match. And Lyon going into a game against Manchester City, they will be very confident. This squad is a very talented, young, quality player squad. They stand by each other, they fight until the end. So, I mean, Lyon, we should not say that City will just go through easily. Lyon, I mean, of course, City has a better squad. They might just overpower them, but it's going to be very interesting what's going to happen.
And now moving on to the next game, we had Barcelona against Napoli. The match ended up 3-1. Barcelona won the game. Yeah, what do you want to say about it?
Yeah, Lenglet opened the scoreline in the 10th minute. Then Lionel Messi scored a beautiful goal, a solo goal magic from Messi in the 23rd minute. And then Luis Suarez made the score 3-0. It looked like it's all over.
Yeah.
But then Napoli, they earned the penalty, and then they earned some hope by scoring that penalty.
Yeah, and I want to say that the formation that Barcelona used was kind of interesting for me because they had four defenders in the back and they had three center mids, which like all three of them I think were defensive because they had Sergio Roberto, Frankie de Jong, and Rakitic. And we saw Rakitic and de Jong play great defensively. They were really helping out the center backs. And Sergio Roberto, you know, he's originally a defender, a fullback, so he was also performing the defensive duty really well. And Griezmann, he was a false nine in that game. And we saw Messi and Suarez being the two strikers up top, so I think that was interesting.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, what I want to say about Napoli, they looked very good. They didn't play bad. In the last 20 minutes, well, what I could see was they controlled the match. They were creating a lot of chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, this is Barcelona. Before this game, nobody expected Napoli advancing through.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And for Napoli, they created a lot of chances. They had 17 shots or 18 shots, I think. I'm not sure.
And four or five on target.
Yeah, and Barcelona, on the other hand, they had 7 shots, but you know, they were executing their chances really well. And they had a penalty, and so did Napoli. And for the two penalties, you know, it was really similar. It was almost identical penalties. And once he was in the box, Messi, when he got in the box, he just took control over the ball. So we could say that he had possession. And at that point, Koulibaly, he fouled him. So that's when it was decided as a penalty. And same thing goes for the penalty that Napoli was handed. The player got control over the ball. And then after that, he was fouled. So it was really similar. And, you know, but Messi, he was, as always, performing really great. Same thing goes for Suarez. But we saw Griezmann putting in a lot of work, you know, because he had to be that man in between the midfield that was defensive in that game and the two strikers. He was all over the field. You know, we even saw him drift wide in a lot of cases. But, you know, I want to focus back to Napoli. With the striking choice, I think Gattuso picked the right lineup, but then with Deme, he got subbed off in the second half, and I think what he should have done at that moment is he should have switched to two strikers and either put in Milik or Fernando Llorente, but I think he should have went with Fernando Llorente because he's got really good headers, as we know, and Napoli had a lot of crossing chances, but what he did is he put in Labotka instead of Deme, who played really good, to be honest. And we saw Lozano and Politano play in the wing, which was also a good idea in my opinion. So I think it was a well-deserved win for Barcelona, but I feel like Napoli showed a good game.
Yeah, Napoli, they did look like they wanted to make something out of this game. They had the desire to play, and actually, this Napoli team are not looking so bad under Gennaro Gattuso. This is a very promising squad and a very promising coach as well. So yeah, Barcelona advanced to the next round, and they will face Bayern.
Yeah.
So speaking of Bayern, let's talk about their match against Chelsea, which they won.
Yeah, and talking about that match, I wasn't really surprised with the result. The score ended up being 4-1. Bayern won against Chelsea, and on aggregate it was 7-1. So
yeah, Bayern Munich, they just outscored Chelsea. They scored 4 goals. Lewandowski actually scored 2 goals, and he also managed to assist in that game.
Yeah.
So now in the Champions League, when we look at the top scorer and the top assist, Lewandowski is on top in the both categories. He's the top goal scorer and he gave the most assists. So yeah, nothing much to say about this game. What I can really say is that Bayern are really looking strong. They're one of the favorites to win this competition. But we are excited to see what's going to happen to Chelsea in future.
Yeah.
Because they made some exciting transfers, and Bayer Leverkusen are out of the Europa League now, so Chelsea will push for Kai Havertz. Yeah, and even let's talk about this a little bit. So after the match, Bayer Leverkusen and Inter, Bayern Leverkusen's coach made a joke that Kai Havertz is going to Heracles. Yeah, but that's just a little joke. So yeah, Bayern will play Barcelona. What do you think about that matchup?
I think it's going to be an interesting match, but I think Bayern is just a top class team, and people said Chelsea wasn't a hard team to beat, and that's a good argument because in the second leg, Chelsea had a lot of absent players because of the injuries and even the injuries that occurred against Arsenal. But I think that does not matter in this situation because we see how good Bayern are playing. They're just dominating. So I think this is definitely going to be interesting because both teams, Barcelona and Bayern, are just fantastic. But I think Bayern is the better team in this case.
Yeah, I think the same. But I think this game is going to be close.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we were to go to pick in the percentage range, I would go for Bayern 60 and give Barcelona 40% of chances.
Yeah, I think that's fair, and I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, now we would like to discuss other quarterfinal matchups that are Atalanta go up against PSG and Leipzig go up against Atletico Madrid. So let's talk about a little bit Atalanta against PSG.
Yeah, this was a really interesting game, and both of the teams are super attacking. And in my opinion, I just hope that we're going to get to see Mbappe play in this match because as we know, he might miss out on it because of his injury. But I think both of the teams have a good chance against each other. Atalanta are just really good, but Ilicic, he will be absent for that game, which is kind of a huge loss for Atalanta. But as we know, they have been playing without him for a couple weeks in the past now, so I think they know how to cope without him. And same thing goes for PSG. They're just a great all-round team filled with just star players. And in case if Mbappe isn't gonna play, what's gonna happen is we're gonna see Cavani play instead, and Di Maria play the right wing part instead for him.
Yeah, I mean, what I can say about this match that Atalanta and PSG, both of the teams, I think have an equal chance to advance to the next round because Atalanta can catch PSG by surprise by scoring a fast goal and then just killing them with their intensity. But then, I mean, both coaches are very smart. They are very tactical, strong coaches. So it would be very interesting to see from all aspects of the game. And PSG, they have a very good squad, strong squad, a very balanced team. And yeah, I mean, this is very exciting, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in this game. But in PSG also, they are strong contenders this year to win this Champions League, same as Bayern.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is going to be decided in one game, so all the teams have an equal chance. So let's go to the Leipzig against Atletico Madrid game. What do you think about this one?
I think this matchup isn't as interesting as the other ones because Atletico Madrid is kind of a defensive team that is really well disciplined with Diego Simeone as the head coach. And Leipzig, they're a good team with some promising players, but I think I definitely see Atletico Madrid coming out on top on this one.
Yes, I would agree. Atletico should come on top of this one. I mean, Leipzig is an amazing squad. They have a very good coach as well, Julian Nagelsmann. Leipzig, they know what they're doing. Their playing style is similar to Manchester City. So yeah, I mean, Atletico Madrid, they are very experienced. They know how to win matches like this when it really counts and matters.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in the Champions League, this squad been through a lot of tough matches, and they came on top almost in all of those situations. So yeah, Atletico Madrid, I think they will come on top in this one, and I don't think that Leipzig will manage to score a lot of goals in this game.
Yeah, because I think Atletico Madrid is just so disciplined at a high level that it would even be tough for a team like Man City and PSG to score against them.
So what I want to remind you guys is, so this is very interesting. So in this Champions League competition, actually, there might be a team that's going to win it for the first time in their history. It could be Leipzig, Atletico Madrid, Atalanta, or PSG. So 4 of these teams never won the Champions League, and now they actually have a very high chance to do it, because in one match it actually can go either way. And as we know, both teams, it's Bayern and Barcelona, but they won it I think 5 times.
Yeah, and same thing goes for Man City and Lyon. Those teams didn't win it either.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
And for Barcelona and Bayern, they're in the same position. Both of them won it 5 times. So it could be down to them who can make it 6.
So yeah, I mean, actually they play each other, Barcelona and Bayern. So one of them for sure will be kicked out of the competition, and there's a very high chance that one of those teams can win it for the first time. So yeah, make sure you watch all of the Champions League matches. We are very pumped up to see what's going to happen. And thank you for watching our video. Thank you for your support. Please leave a like for this video. Leave a comment down below on what you think, what's going to happen. And yeah, please subscribe.
And as always,
all for football
and football for all.
Have a nice day. Goodbye.